got here? This hand seems fine. Llanowar Elf. You have a Branch Walker. You've got a land too. Ow. Play Isolated Chapel. Let's play Discovery. See if we can't hit a Thought Erasure. I'll keep the Mortify, I think. I think that's fine, just as a catch to there. So creatures, our hand's not particularly responsive at the moment. We've got Consume to deal with our biggest thing when that happens, but need to deal with the stuff in between, which Mortify is going to be able to do. Sure, you've got a couple of things. 16. Guess I'm fine just casting this other Discovery. Don't need the Thought Erasure. Do I want the Thought Erasure? I guess I want the Thought Erasure. Gives us options for next turn. See what they cast. 9 out of 10. That's all you've got. Okay. That makes me just want to play a Deputy Detention and try and steal these away, but I think that's probably just too greedy, so let us play Bell Hunt. Oh. What on earth happened there? Might just kick Arena after this. It's certainly struggling. Streamlabs using a lot more than usual as well, so might just kick everything after this game and just see if we can't get things running a little bitty smoother. Chupa Chups. Yep, sure. So I go to 7 this turn. Means I can play the Seraph, block the Merfolk Branchwalker, go to 2. I think I really have to do, and then hopefully they play a big creature and we can consume it. If they don't have a Vraska Contempt for this, then we get to block multiple creatures. So yeah, so Vivian's fine here. It means we get to trade with a Branchwalker and trade with a Branchwalker, trade with the Llanowar Elf. Then we get to consume. Oh, we're really struggling tonight, Arena, aren't we? You're not letting me do anything. Why won't you let me do anything? Right, okay, we're just gonna kick Arena. This isn't doing anything at the moment. Yeah, it's entirely died now. Right, kill you, please. Let's boot you back up. Let's just close down everything. Oh, come on, Arena. You can do it. I believe in you, Arena. Right. Are we alive? Have you cooled down a little bit? I'm assuming I'm not still going to be blocking here. Yeah, get ready for game 3. Sure. I think we just kind of... our draw was just a little bit too slow, but I think the cards in our deck are fine, so... Alright, we'll go on to play. This hand's fine. Discovery on 2 is going to help us find some more interaction as well, so... Alright, let's see what we can find. Don't really want either of those, just want to keep hitting lands at the moment. Thief of Sanity is a nice one. If they don't have any ways to deal with that, that should be good to get in the red zone. No, you've got a cast down, sure. Bell Haunt's nice. Oh, we're struggling again. Having technical problems is not something we've experienced so far, having been streaming for a couple of weeks. Let's close as much as I can. Keeping a Chupacabra on top, sure. Oh, come on. Alright, let's stop doing that and see if that fixes it. Something is struggling. I'm not sure what it is, but something is not liking it. That seems to be better. Might be famous last words, but crashes for 3. That one's fine. That's a nice target for the hostage taker. Because we don't really care if they Chupacabra the hostage taker, because they don't get a creature back. But it's obviously very good for us if we get to untap and cast the Krasis. So kind of incentivizes them to kill a bad creature. Essentially, it's just a 2/3. Smack you. Good evening. How's it going? Chupacabra kill this, which is fine. Bell Hunt's a good draw. Let's smack for 3. Bell Hunt number 2. Let's grind you into the dust, please. What's that by the old Mythic Invitational announcement, or something else in particular? Yeah, I've read them. They don't make a whole lot of sense, but is what it is. It's kind of the way they've been the last 6 months of announcements. They've all kind of been poor and of similar quality to that one, so doesn't really tell grinders how to try and make these kind of events in the future, other than just by grinding to Mythic on Arena, which is not really viable for a lot of people. If you're to make top 8, you're going to need to grind a hell of a lot, and you need to be pretty good. So finality, you want to kill both my bell haunts, that's fine. Still just want to hold on to these as removal spells. I don't think I need to cycle this Consecrate yet. With the Memorial to Folly in play, they're going to crack that at some point, and I just want to counter it. I really just can't afford them to rebuy Crassus. I've already gone through 2. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. Like, expecting people to do a whole lot of grinding. I think I'm actually just going to exile one of these anyway, even though they can Memorial it in response. Okay, that kind of worked out. They don't really have anything else we care about too much other than a Chupacabra. I didn't read the second one. I didn't have time to read that one as well, but I can imagine the content of them, and I'd imagine that I probably wouldn't be impressed with that one either. But I think there was a couple of Silver Pros, couple of Platinum Pros that were like, "Well, where's my invite? How do I actually get there? What are you looking for us to do to be able to get there?" And yeah, okay, we lose this one. And they've not really answered those kind of questions. So at that point, it's very difficult to do that. And what's this? A restriction: under 18s can't take part. Well, that's kind of not really fair, isn't it? So let's just go into best of ones just so we can churn through a couple of matches quite quickly. I think it was the my computer was starting to slow down when I was trying to record these videos, and the quality was, so I'm gonna have to change that for uploading in the future. This hand's okay. Obviously the mana's slightly slow, but if we find an untapped land, it's pretty good. I guess an approach of trying to get to Mythic and then start playing best of 3, potentially a way of doing this. Just try and do the same way we did last time. Just grind our way up. Yeah, it's all a bit strange. Like nothing really made sense in these in the article I read, so I'd imagine the other one's going to be just of similar quality and similar confusion. So this one won't resolve, but that's fine. It's not the spell that matters anyway. So realistically here we just want to draw a land. If we get a land, we can try and get the Hostage Taker in. Hopefully they had Spell Pierce as their piece of interaction. Now I got another retort. Essence Capture, sure. I just need to land one of my creature ways to deal with this. Hostage Taker was obviously the highest upside one of those. If this one doesn't resolve, we'll just call it quits. Be interesting if they give it hexproof now. That'd be a mistake. If they give it hexproof now, then it means that I can't actually target it, and it would mean I would have to take the Obsession, which Obsession is the card I actually care about anyway. But I need to try and go for the high upside play, and if they have the dive down... Okay, that's not dive down. It's not going to work for you. My trigger's still on the stack. Not countering the ability, I'm afraid. That's not how that one works. Other than if you were to bounce this now for the rest of this turn, this won't come back. Is that how that would work? I think that's how that would work. Okay, you've got a chunk of power in play now, though. At least we're in the game. Mist Cloaked Herald, sure. Go to 8. We'll shock, play Lyra, hopefully it resolves. Cool, it resolves. It was more just the whole ability is gone. So the creature has no ability at that point. So if they let the trigger resolve and then killed my creature doesn't have an ability to then move, was the point I was trying to check. I don't actually know how that would work. Because the ability to say that until it leaves play is no longer there. Not that it mattered, but Arena would have figured it out for me. Nope. Easy mulligan. Yeesh. Keep this one. Just need to find a Shard Clan. We've got a scry to find it as well. Any Shard Clan makes this hand great. Bellhaunt's going to be great here, assuming we can find our mana. Okay, slightly awkward draw here, but they haven't put us under a whole lot of pressure early, so hopefully we can find a land to be able to play this Bellhaunt on time. Yeah, go to 16. What have we got? Lightning Strike me. Go to 10. That's not the worst possible draw. Yeah, I just need to play this out. I was trying to consider if it was worthwhile playing Discovery, but I think I just need to actually be making blocks here. Pyromancer, go to 8. Do you have a removal spell for this too? No, so we'll trade off. Another land. So, do we... I guess we can shock and play Seraph here. Because being on 6 means we're essentially on 5. So we're safe-ish from burns, so... A hasty lava runner, that's a good draw for them. So we go to 3, we're going to go to 6. So we get to play a land, we get to give this thing vigilance, and we get to go up to 6. Yeah, I can see that. It's not an interaction that's going to come up a whole lot, so... Okay, so let's give this thing vigilance. Let's attack with this one. I'm gonna then cast Discovery and see if we can't hit a Lyra or something like that. Wizard's Lightning me. Sure. Means I'm dead to any 3 or 2 damage burn. Another land. Just play the thief out. So hopefully we're not dead. This is what I got. What do you have? Steamkin. Okay. I'm okay with a Steamkin. Bloodfast would have been a good draw last turn. Still going to play it out, because if we end up living to next turn, it means that we can start gaining some life. Hopefully we see lots of 3 damage burn spells, so we'll take that one away from them. Play a Bloodfast. Yeah, the card looks amazing. It just, Magically Villeneuve's art's just amazing. Every single card is just brilliant. Always seem to give them the best art as well. Alright, don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I will kill you next turn. Sweet. Let's continue on. Right, let's sort out my output settings, because these were... Won't let me change while I'm doing it. Okay, we'll need to sort that later on. I'll keep this one. A couple of Mortifies is early-ish interaction. Hostage Taker is a good way to get some advantage as well. Thought Erasure is an amazing draw there. Let's see what we're against. And well, we'll just take a Mortify away because it can't deal with the Lyra. I actually don't want the Drowned Catacomb purely because it doesn't actually help me cast the Lyra. So I'd rather bin it so I can find a white source that will help me cast the Lyra. I'm just going to play this tapped. I don't think we're going to have to cast a Mortify this turn. Let's cast Discovery. White Source, Thought Erasure. That seems like a couple of good ones. Let's keep those. Thought Erasure you. You found a couple of Teferis. And you've got the mana for the Teferi, so that's kind of annoying. At least if we get this Lyra down, it's going to stick. So they've just not got any removal for it at the moment, so they've got to find a bit of removal for it. We got a little bit of time. That land's great for us there. Let's play the Lyra. And hopefully they haven't drawn a Vraska's Contempt or some other way to kill it. Okay, that makes me think they have it, otherwise they'd have probably tucked the Lyra. Thought Erasure me. Yeah, I thought they would probably try to tuck, but I'm assuming they have an answer. Yeah, they do. We'll have a look at a draw step, but I'd imagine we're pretty dead here. Like, these Mortifies aren't doing anything in this matchup, so... think I might just try something else after this game. Just kind of want to be playing Hydroid Crashes, I think. See what we can find with some Hydroids in it. This hand's pretty nice. Hopefully we just get to go hero into Thought Erasure, and Deputy's probably going to be pretty good here as well. Okay, they're white-black. Fountain of Renewal, sure. Hero it is. Let's cast Discovery, see if we can't hit a land. Set up a couple of land drops would be quite nice. Those aren't land drops. That one is. I don't need to do any kind of attacking at the moment. Don't really know what they're playing. Don't really want to. Tokens relevant. Another Hunted Witness, so we'll just get to sweep them up with the Deputy. Still going to sweep them up with the Deputy. Okay, what are we working with? Mortify. Sure, we're just going to play another one. It's a good tempo swing for us. Like, they're obviously missing land drops and they had to use it on a removal spell to try and kill our creature, but we've managed to get a good bit of tempo out of it anyway, so... guess this thief's probably not doing a whole lot here. Let's just hostage take this Bell Haunt. Smash for 1,000,000. Assuming this guy's just had a couple of experiences with... Oh, that's gross. That's super gross. Assuming he's got a bit of a complex against mono red. What else have we got? Another Angel of Grace and a Bell Haunt. Let's take away the Bell Haunt. Because I would like to keep this Angel in my hand. Let's take these two things away again. Just stop doing that thing. Not blocking that. We can play the Bell Haunt here. Means that we force them into discarding the other card that isn't the Angel, because I want to play the Angel here. And these Bell Haunts will bounce off each other, so it's fine with us. There's another Angel, sure, so they had two Angels. Probably certainly weren't beating the second one, so that works for us. I actually don't really care about this Deputy at this point. I'd rather just get this Bell Haunt off the table. Like, giving him 2 1/1s doesn't really impact the board. It's not really what's going to matter here. So we had to play out the Seraph. Play another land and pass. Mortify the Seraph. Give it Vigilance. Just for this wonderful animation. Look at that. It's just what you need in your life. Well, I'm not going to block it. Another Seraph's a good draw there. Just going to bash with the 2/1/1s. Need to start trying to make inroads into the life total. Again, this fountain's just been sat there gaining them life. Kaya. Sure. That doesn't really achieve anything. You can kill my tokens if you want. Like, if that's what that's doing, then sure. No, we're going to exile 2 cards and you gain 2 life. Sure. Deals damage equal to the number of cards I own in exile. So, just life or double life? Okay, that's... seriously doesn't do a whole lot, does it? Ooh. Yoink. Give me this. Give me this angel. Give this thing vigilance. So this is going to attack Kaya because I'm slightly fearful of what that's actually going to be doing. I'm assuming it's going to achieve something at some point. I may as well attack him with a Bell Hunt too. Needs to have a cast down to kind of blow me up. It could exile my Moxes or my Delver, but I think that's about the most that card's ever going to achieve. Why it's in their standard deck, I have no idea. Like, is it just for the life gain against mono red? Is that really what we're doing? I don't want to block with a Hostage Taker in case they've got some kind of weird pump spell. I'm assuming it's more likely just to be another like Cleansing Nova, but... Lyra. Sure, Lyra's a good one. Yep. So we're, what, White Black Angels? I'm assuming they'll have some Seraphs in there somewhere as well. Yeah. I think there's going to be quite a lot of questions on that stream, probably relating to why haven't you actually dealt with any of the problems that have been raised over the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, there's quite a lot of problems going on in the game at the moment, and you haven't really addressed any of them. Care to comment? Moment of craving the Hostage Taker. Let's cast the Angel of Grace. Mortify the Angel of Grace. Sure. Lyra would be great for us here. Dovin's pretty reasonable, actually. Get to hit with each of these creatures. Dovin's then going to threaten to ultimate. We can... We're not in bad shape. Like, they're going to have to pressure the Dovin here. If they don't, if they want to pressure me instead, then I'm okay with that. Like, we're going to... Okay, them drawing card, that's fine. Means our life total is going to stop going up for a little bit. Other than when they hit us with Lyra. Detection Tower, that's rude. Not against us, but hitting me, hitting Dovin. I think I'm just on the block this one, and I'll take the 5, go down to 1. I would really like my cards off Dovin, please. I really need to find a way to deal with this, so... Right, let's have a looky. What have we got to work with? Well, that's a chunk of lands, isn't it? Mortify, Bellhaunt, and I guess a Black Source. Don't really. Do I want the hero? Hero doesn't really do a lot, does it? I need a Black Source to be able to cast Mortify and Bellhaunt, so I guess we want those. So let's cast the Bellhaunt. Let's take the card out of their hand. Then we get to play the land, Mortify their Lyra. They had a Cleansing Nova, that's amazing. Let's kill this. Give this thing Vigilance. And smash with the squad. 8 to you. Okay, that works. Okay, they've got a couple of fogs, or pseudo fogs. Buys them a little bit of time. We are attacking for 11, so they get to make their life total 10 after combat. So there's no point in blocking. We do get to play Thief of Sanity here, which does represent lethal. Just going to play out the Bellhaunt too. I just want to make sure that we've got lethal. Means that we're pads our life total a little bit too. Arc. So you're on 11, so you're dead. Cool. We get a card. Magical card, Knight of Grace. Let's see how we get on here. Yeesh. It's a lot of land, but I'm down to Platinum 4. So it wasn't all the way down. I was expecting to go all the way down, but yeah, I went from Mythic to Platinum 4, and we've only won a couple of games so far, so hovering about the bottom of there, but I'll keep this even though it's a little land heavy. Thought Rager's going to get to take something away and surveil us into some gas, hopefully. Lyra's a good one. Okay, I didn't get Thought Erasure there, but I'm certainly going to Thought Erasure them. Assuming it's a negate, but nope, Revitalize, that works for me. What you got? Do I care about any of these? I guess Mortify is the only card that deals with our... we'll keep that on top as well, actually, just because it deals with their Dawn of Hope or their Dovin's Acuity. I'm just going to play the Deputy out here. Don't feel like we need to play the Mortify on this one. Picks that up. Moment of Craving doesn't kill it, so... Just going to... Unword Ego. What are you naming? Not sure what they actually name here, because there aren't a whole lot of cards in my deck that are massive must-answer cards. Okay. We'll take it. We will take it. assuming it was just naming Nexus, but doesn't actually. I've not found a way to actually tell us that information yet, though. So. Nope. This one's awkward. Well, I'll keep it. Thought Erasure kind of makes up for the awkwardness there. And obviously we're against red. Why wouldn't we be against red with the all Shocklands hand? $18, $17. Thought Erasure, you. What are you working with? Just take away the draw 2. Don't really want that here. Hoping they just Pyromancer and skewer me. Like, obviously it means I'm then going down to, what, 12? Down to 8th, but I think it's the only way we're kind of achieving anything here. You can be my hero, baby. Okay, I think he's... Electrostatic Field's a nice one. Ugh. Well, we have to cast that on the field, otherwise we're just dead to anything, so... We are dead to removal. Mulligan wasn't particularly strong against that, but if we'd drawn a Bellhaunt, we'd have been okay-ish. Like, we'd have taken a card out of their hand, gained some life, have a big chunky blocker in the way. Unfortunately, we just didn't get that. So, love this one. Exactly what we're looking for. Right, Thought Erasure, you. What have you got? Ooh, scary stuff. I think I just want to take the Lieutenant. I need to make sure I try and hit. I get to land drops so that I don't just get, like, this Gulta's going to be huge. So I want to make sure that they don't get to that. So make sure we hit our land drops too. Make sure they can't do that. That's not a land. Off you go. Harpooner. No, that's not a land either. Those aren't lands either. Oh, hey. Thrash just deals damage, isn't it? That's awkward. Just can't cast these things until, like, this Thrash is just gonna, like, take them out. So, okay. This actually works out really well because we get to Deputy and take this token, or Hostage Taker take the token. Play Hostage Taker, take the token, then it gets to trade with a Harpooner, so that works out really nicely. Rhythm, that's okay. We can't cast the Bellhaunt, so let's Deputy away the Rhythm. Spellbreaker, yep, that's large. Hero into Thief, I think is probably the best line here. Potentially find some answers out of their deck, because not got a whole lot going on here. So if they have a land, they get to play Gulta. Scavenger, sure, that doesn't do a whole lot. And a Llanowar Elf, sure. Alright, let's see if they want to block. Yep, that's fine. Play out the Bellhaunt. Get a Phoenix 2. Okay, that means his Gulta's coming down this turn, which is a problem, but... Stream Decker should be up to date. Did do it last round. I will take another look. Make token, make token. Oh, I've clicked the button again, so hopefully it updates. Another Pelt Collector. So I'm not going to block the Gulta here, but I would trade with the Pelt Collector, if that's an option I'm given. Just don't feel that throwing what I've got... I've just not got enough, I've not even got enough power in play to kill it, so I'd rather do that. Deputy Detention's a great draw. Let's boop you in the face with this first. Steel Leaf Champion's probably a good one. Deputy Detention, let's take the big scary monster away. Play a Steel Leaf. Make a token go to 5. If they draw a removal spell for the Deputy, then I'm still not dead, so we have a little bit of play to that. Yeah, we'll just block with that. Don't care too much about the Steel Leaf. I'm going to plus this turn, so I'm going to start throwing some tokens at it as well. That's trample as well. Go up to 5 loyalty on Dovin. Oh, that's gross. Just take the Pelt Collector. Not a problem. Brontodon, that's potentially hasty, but other than that... Right, so 2, 3, 4. Okay, can't kill that, so what do we want to do? This thing's definitely blocking, so that may as well block there, and that may as well block there. And this Pelt Collector will grow by 1. So I go to 3. This thing grows a little bit. Just hit for 2 means that we're then able to ultimate the Dove and keep him about. Right, give me something big. Harpooner's okay. Draws the Pelt Collector, which is important. Okay. They need a good one here. Hasty Harpooner. Hasty Harpooner taking out the Thief. Interesting. I thought they'd take out the Thopter there. No, it's not hasty either. Okay, sure. That works for me. Just need the Spellbreaker off the table. Trample's a problem. Yeah, I think they potentially should have made it hasty, kill the token, and try and work on that axis instead. Right, so I've got 7, 8 mana in theory. Let's go Seraph, Lyra, and Mortify. So that means we can play Lyra and we can play a Glacial Fortress to be able to mortify something, which should leave us pretty safe. Who knew? Dig Through Time's a good card. Plus the Dovin, boot with the Lyra. I've got lethal for next turn, go ahead. Sweet. That was a good game. Ooh, gems. The rare card I collected exceeds the collection limit, so you gave me some gems instead. How lovely. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. We made a quick change up earlier on just to try and see if we can oh, Carlos Romao. See if we can jam through the lower ranks in best of one, try and get through as many games as possible, and then move into Mythic at... If we move into Mythic and then play best of threes. Playing the Thought Erasure here over the hero just because they didn't do anything on one, so... I guess the card that's actually doing the most here, given our hand, is going to be Light Up the Stage. Because it means that they've then got a way to be able to draw. Ooh, Dovin's pretty good here, actually. Yeah, we like Dovin. Okay, there's the land. And that one's okay. Hand's not doing a massive amount without drawing more lands. So I'm going to shock for this. I'm going to play Dovin and minus. If they want to shock the Dovin, then that's fine with me. Or if they want to shock the token and attack, either way works for me. This is fine. Fog's a turn. Means they haven't hit a land drop either, because otherwise they'd have played one of the Steamkin or Static Field before combat. Let's play Hero Precinct 1 and Discovery, and then we'll play Bell Haunt next turn. I don't want the Thought Erasure anymore, but I'll take the Glacial Fortress. Means we can cast the Lyra. Lyra is a good one, yeah. Volker Terported, thanks for following. Right, in we get with Lyra. Now the aim of the game is to win, earn as much life as we can. See what we can get to. Bell haunt you. Take another card away from you, gain some more life. And then I'm just going to shock and I'm going to cast Discovery. We've got plenty of life to play with, so I don't really want either of those, I don't think. Deputy's going to be pretty good. Especially when they play the second field, we'll get to take them both. Or second Steamkin, take both Steamkins, that works for me too. No need to play at the land. Try and represent something. Got a burn spell for this, it's fine, but yep, that was reasonable. Very reasonable. Let's go again. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Good to see so many of you. Gordy. I like this one on the play. Godless Shrine's going to mean that our mana's free. Double Bell Haunt Discovery is going to help us find some other stuff, so not too shabby. Alright, Godless Shrine, go. Ooh, Thought Erasure. Right, they're playing green. We don't take. Okay, they're playing the Turbo Fog deck. Right, what do we care about the most here? They've got their mana online. Can probably deal with the Teferi slightly easier than the Wilderness Reclamation, so let's go with that. Oh, well, there's the answer to it, but that's fine. This is progressing fine, like there's no problems with what's going on. That means I get to Teferi next turn, that's kind of awkward, but what is the line? I feel like I should just be dispersaling, but it just doesn't feel like that's what how we're progressing this game. That's just dispersal. Thought Erasure you. See what you're working with. Nezahal, that's interesting. Don't care about the other ones. Guess another Seraph probably wouldn't go amiss. Let's play another Bell Haunt. Just try and keep them off cards. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll boop Teferi on the nose. Nova, sure. That game's going to be very, very difficult to win from there, and it's going to be a very small percentage. I'd rather we just moved on and played another one. Like, we can play that game for a little bit longer to be able to try and win, but I don't think we're going to be able to maneuver that, especially knowing that our next draw is another the Angel. Just not going to be able to progress in a positive way in that game, I don't think. This hand seems pretty good. Discard spell into interaction. Into Seraph. Seraph's always very good. Okay, so we're just going to Thought Erasure on 2 here. All burn. Take the shock so they can't 2-spell. Keep the Mortify so we can kill this thing. It was purely just to stop them 2-spelling at any point in time. We'd rather they were having to spend all of their mana to be able to do stuff. Defend a Skewer as well. Sure, that's kind of awkward. So I'm going to take 5 this turn. Feel like need to find like a land and a Bell Haunt here, really. Guess we'll keep the Isolated Chapel, so we can play the Hallowed Fountain this turn, then Isolated Chapel next turn. Not looking great though. Go to 8. Essentially 2. We're just going to 2. Just going to 2. Sure. So we're really hoping to avoid lethal and then draw Lyra. Lyra would be the best draw in our deck right now, as it often is against red. You can draw 3. Am I dead? Yeah. Might have to resort to turning to the dark side to churn through the early stages of this now. Mr. Dedushka. We'll keep this one. This hand seems good. Bell Haunt's going to be pretty castable with this. We've already got double white, double black. Any land in our deck casts it, so... Just going to play the Bloodfast. Bloodfast's going to flip at some point, and then it's going to start gaining his life. Don't think I'm ever going to activate the front side of this, but I'm pretty happy with the way that my hand's set up just now, so I don't feel like I need to cast Discovery. I've got my next 3 turns plays, probably more than that now, already set up, so I don't feel like I need to dig into anything. I want to dig into specific spells with this, and I don't have anything I want to specifically dig into at the moment, so... Sure. Ouchie. Go to 13 to play a Bell Haunt. Just take any spells away and any cards away from them is fine. Not got a whole lot going on here, have you? No, not a whole lot at all. Cool, so this second Bell Haunt's going to be great, but we're going to start lead on hero, and then we'll cast Discovery. Don't need either of those. Don't need that one either, but that's okay. Dovin, how nice to see you. Make a Thopter. I guess there's a chance I actually activate the Bloodfast here. My life total's not really under pressure. Another land, sure. Yeah, let's draw a card. Sure. Deputy's nice. I'm going to use Thought Erasure just as I make a token Surveil 1. Mortify is a good one to keep on top. Cast the Deputy, deal with the Steamkin. I'm just going to attack with a flyer. Give them an easy block to like block the Bell Haunt and ping the Dovin. So 114. You got it. That's not going to do it, is it? Kill the Dovin? Nope, still going for my face. Sure. Cool. Okay. They flooded out a little, but our draw was pretty well set up to beat mono red. So Sun Cleanser. Oh, that's just a removal spell for the Hydra. That's interesting. Not that it's still going to see it. It's not going to see any play, but interesting that it has that available to it. We'll keep this. We've got lots of interaction. Just want to find... Okay, we're playing Carlos Romao again. Sure. Ow. Ow. Let's lead on the Thought Erasure here. Wow, that was a great Thought Erasure there, wasn't it? Whoofed. Whoofed. Man. Oh, you're not allowed to draw more gas. That's rude. Right, I'm just going to lead on these deputies now. Just try and keep the board clear. Still don't want to play an untapped Shock Lands, so... What do you have? Absolutely nothing. 2-0 against you. Alright, let's get out of this Platinum 4. Win another couple. That Thought Erasure was clutch. I like this one. On the play, this seems fine. Come on. Let's have a peruse through the old standard Magic Online deck list if there's anything interesting. No. Some kind of blue-green frilled Mystic Growth Chamber Guardian deck. That looks like my kind of pace. Oh, they've still not even put a download for Arena on their website. That's annoying. Why would they do that, though? Gate seems pretty popular at the moment. Pretty cheap. Couple of interesting red-black decks. Thief of Sanity could be great here if it's green-black. Don't need lands. Yep, good. Love a Seraph there. So what's up with people tonight? What's everyone doing? We playing Arena? We grinding the new ladder? We just sitting chilling? What is happening in the world? I'm half keeping an eye on transfer deadline day, see if there's anything interesting going on. My team have already done their business. We got Martial on a new contract, and we've binned Fellaini, so seems like it was a pretty reasonable day for us. Jade Light Ranger, that means that this Thief's gonna hit. Ow. Bash you in the face with a Thief. Kaboom. Okay, we don't need to cast that one yet. I'm just going to cast the Seraph. Have you actually just spent that much on it? Have you got everything you need for it at least? I'm assuming that's online rather than in paper. Chupacabra, that's kind of awkward. Hopefully we draw a land so we can get the second Thief into play. Oh well, drawing another Thief, won't say no to that. Love me a thiefy boy. Branch Walker, sure. You get a land, and you get another Branch Walker. That means this Thief's hitting. You get another land. Playing Island in that seems pretty greedy. I get a 5. Another hero. Just gonna bash with this Thief. Hopefully find a Branch Walker. Well, we'll take a Vivian. Certainly won't say no to a Vivian, but would have preferred something that would allow us to gain some life. That's good. So you're gonna stream some sealed, or are you just gonna stick to what you know? All right, let's kill this branch walker. Nah, it used to be really exciting, and now it's just kind of this just really medium, boring thing that doesn't actually do anything. That'll be cool. I got a 3. Just don't kill my thief. Carnage Tyrant. Oh, that's rude. How do you expect me to deal with a Carnage Tyrant? Need a branch walker. Cast down. That's just kind of kick in the teeth there, isn't it? Yeah, we did. The spells we hit with off of them just didn't help. The fact that we didn't hit lands didn't help either, but certainly not having particularly good spells didn't really go our way, that one. And we're against the mono red player for the 3rd game. This hand's fine. Maybe he's got a better hand against us this time. Okay, electrostatic field's a good one. Just play out hero. Shock my guy, I go to 19. Skewer me, I go to 16, I go to 15. Let's just try and stem the bleeding a little bit here. Okay, that's bodes well. Attack for 1. Okay, he didn't die, so that's a good start. Let's just play out the blood fast. Next turn we can hero into Dovin and make a couple of tokens, gain some life. The only intention of this is just to try and gain some life if they get it a little bit too low. The fact they didn't have a burn spell to kill a deputy means that they're probably pretty likely to not have a whole... Okay, they do have. Okay, sure. Maybe just waiting to see if I played something slightly juicier. Yeah, next turn we'll I guess we can actually potentially hero into Mortify now. Or we could hero into Thought Eraser and like see what the hell they're working with. That's probably a good plan. Let's do that. Risk factor, I will take the damage. What else you got working with? Shock, I go to 7. Interesting that went face. Okay, you got a mountain. I got a land on top that I don't want. And I've got a land. So I'm going to take damage from the risk factor here. Go to 2. It's slightly risky, but I would like to flip the Argyle's Bloodfast, get Dovin into play, and try and use the Bloodfast to give us a life buffer every turn. Okay, so they need to have... Okay, so I'm not dead this turn. I'm dead next turn at the moment, though. So let's cast Dovin. That was actually a mistake, because I literally can't go to high enough life, can I? It wasn't going to matter anyway. You got that one. It's 2-1 in that series there. Right, I don't think I'm going to stream for too much longer. not feeling it particularly much tonight. I managed to get a few new followers, which is good. Try and boost the numbers, but yeah, just not massively feeling it tonight. See if we can get another couple of wins in under the belt and then call it there. Alright, Thought Eraser, what are you working with? This deck's supposed to be doing some very, very silly things at the moment. I'm going to take the Tribunal so we can make the most of this Deputy of Detention. Obviously, we'd love to take both these Tithe Takers. And I would love to play a Thief of Sanity, thank you. Yup, that works for me. That also works for me. Yep, that one's fine. Let me cast this thing, take away your 2 creatures before you can do anything silly with them. Play another tap land, smash you for 2. Alright, what have you got? Ooh, you've got Deputy Detentions too. Yeah, that seems like something that's probably worthwhile taking. Imagine you're not on a whole lot of removal, seeing as I've already taken a Conclave Tribunal as well. Sure, you got Benelish Marshal. Right, attack with this Thief. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll take a Loxodon, sure. Lyra, welcome to the fray. Oh, that's rude. How am I going to deal with that? Oh, I know. Can you hear me now? I think I kicked something. I don't know what I kicked, but... hopefully you can now hear me. Wonderful. Alright, last couple, and then we will be done. Sweet. Love a Thought Erasure on the play. Dovin into Mortify. Should be reasonable. Another white deck. This hand is certainly set up far better to beat white than the previous hands we've had, so I just don't want to play against this card. I think I want to play against this card less, though. Just need lands. Bruce Anderson's gone out on loan from Aberdeen. Oofed. Gonna have anyone left? Land there's pretty good. Let's play Dovin and make a token. Means they've got to make a decision where they're pressuring with Banalish Marshal. Probably just get to force them both at Dovin, and then I get to untap, mortify the Banalish Marshal, or I can play Seraph into Lyra, assuming we draw lands. So, plenty of options. I'm shocked. Yep. Right. Let's just kill this Banalish Marshal while we've got the chance. And we'll just pass. Deputy can deal with the token if we need to at some point. We'll see what they follow up with. Okay, now we're going to certainly look to prioritise hitting the bodyguards. Hit me, baby. This block doesn't look weird at all. Not at all, not at all. Give me your creatures. History's fine. We've got another deputy to deal with the tokens from that, so not too concerned about that one. Land's great there. Let's play Seraph. Not too concerned about the rest of this game now. The Seraph into Lyra, so if we draw land, we play Lyra, we smash, and if we don't, we play Deputy and we take away these tokens. So either which way, we're looking good. Deputy's such a good answer to tokens. Such a good answer. Nope. Didn't actually do anything there. Nowhere near at that time. I need to figure out... I got a new mic today because my other one was broken, so I need to figure out how I'm actually using this thing properly. I got one of these. It's like a ball, and it captures sound, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it looks more like a webcam than it does a microphone, but it seems to be doing the job. From the couple of tests I did, the sound quality is certainly better than it was. So, does it sound any better than it was the other night? I don't know if it's managed to change some of the settings, which seem to tidy things up a little bit, but I'm hoping the actual quality of the sound was better, because coming from my webcam mic, it was picking up all sorts of other sounds. So this is supposed to be like a pretty good mic for doing this, so hoping that it makes the quality of it slightly better, makes the output a bit cleaner. I'm gonna mull this. Oh, I don't like this one either. This one's the closest of the lot. Excellent. That means that the 40 odd pound investment is worthwhile. I've spent far too much on all my equipment to get everything up and running, but it seems to be doing the job, so can't be that bad. Search. Sure. Right. Erasure you. You have another search. You have Vraska's Contempt is the only relevant card there. Don't want the Thief because we know they've got the Moment of Craving, so usually I would want the Thief, but there's no point when they've got the Moment of Craving. Just means that we're essentially trading 3 mana for 2, and that doesn't seem like a worthwhile exchange while we're still kind of setting up the game. They've obviously got Search already. I'm assuming they've drawn an Absorb or something there. Let's just start by casting Discovery. I don't... As much as I want a white source, I'd rather just try and find some more spells. Okay, we find the white source anyway, that's fine. The Bellhaunt's not amazing here because they have a free discard in the search. So that's not really where we want to be. We want... need to play the Seraph, need to get the Seraph down, make sure they don't have a Contempt, and kind of work around that. But I'd imagine they're going to have an Absorb for the first spells, so... we will find out pretty soon. It's either going to be Absorb or Sabotage. Nothing. Cool. That works for me. I'd imagine this game isn't going to be particularly short, so we will call this the last one of the night. Had a fair bit of setup issue earlier on. I was trying to record offline as well in super high quality, and my whole system decided that wasn't going to be the case and decided to fall on its bum. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do for next time. But yeah, wow, that was looking at the size of the file. I'm not surprised it was struggling. In the however many minutes I was streaming, must have been about 20 minutes. It was a 135 gigabyte video that it had managed to record. So I mean, that's a fairly sizable file. Playing out the Seraph here because I'm expecting them to use the Kaya's Wrath. So I'd rather that we were trading off the Seraph, get 2 tokens, rather than doing anything else. Oh, so when you go into here, if I just bring this across here for a second, in your output, it has the option of lossless quality. Don't choose that one, because that was severely large files that were it just didn't like it. No, it didn't like it. So yeah, don't do that. It basically made my whole system fall on its arse, which was great. I didn't know what it was, so I stopped recording because I figured that was one of the only things I've actually changed. And heaven behold, it worked, and I was back online pretty quickly after that. But yeah, my whole system ground to a halt. Streamlabs was using a silly amount of RAM and everything, so yeah, it was quite bad. But I'm almost certain we're dead in this game, so I'm just kind of playing my stuff out. It doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. It's not going to take much for them to, like, if they're keeping cards, I mean, that's not very good for us. Like, we're going to lose all our dudes anyway. We're going to have 2 tokens. Deputy's not going to do a whole lot here, so guess to take the search, but that's not achieving a whole lot. I'm wondering what the spell is, because it wasn't a counter spell. It doesn't seem to be a removal spell. It must be an expensive spell, because they didn't keep a land for activating the Azcanta with the Kaya's Wrath that turn, so must have been a good one. That's what it was. Sure. Right, we will just call it a night there. A little bit up and down through that. There was quite a lot of red, quite a lot of control, but we didn't play against any Nexus, and we certainly had a favourable matchup against red. Certainly some of the draws that we had weren't necessarily favourable for us, but most of the time we were doing quite well with it, so can't really complain about that. Certainly think that I want to be trying to play best of 1 rather than best of 3 just to get up to Mythic again, just purely because of the volume of games you get to play. We played 1 best of 3 and it just took... we played 2 best of 3 and it just took a long time. Certainly just want to be trying to play games slightly quicker than that while we're trying to move up to Mythic. Certainly while we're still in Platinum, like we've got what 8 things to be able to power through to be able to get to Mythic, so we'd rather try and actually progress through them to then be able to get to Mythic and then start grinding through properly with best of 3. I certainly don't mind playing best of 1. I quite enjoy it. I certainly think that given the decks that we've been playing against, I think I'm going to probably try and switch to some kind of Bant deck. I just feel like I want to be playing Krasis, so it's either going to be something like this, or I actually really like the look of this. We played this before. I really like this deck, so probably give that one a go next time. Which will be on Saturday. We'll be playing on Saturday. Colette's working, so we'll be able to do a nice long stream on Saturday, probably from like 10 till 5 or something. Try and get the remaining followers I need to get to 50. Bit of a push, but certainly ahead of where I wanted to be by the end of January. So up to 28 now. So just need to keep pushing on, try and get to my 50, and then from there, just need to keep progressing, keep trying to get more of you guys tuning in every time. Certainly been good to have you all along again. So thank you very much for watching, and everything will be up on the YouTube archive once I figure out how to download them again from Twitch, because I couldn't change the settings in the middle of streaming, so I couldn't record locally, so I will have to do that. So thanks very much everyone, and I will catch you on Saturday.